Thanks for joining us. 5 and 5 covers 5 news items of the day in 5 minutes. The clock is ticking. Let's get started. 1. It's day 1 of the Brett Kavanaugh confirmation hearing, and right out of the gate, the left interrupted, shouted, and screamed in the hopes of postponing and derailing proceedings.
Good morning. I welcome everyone to this confirmation hearing on the nomination of
Mr. Chairman.
Brett Kavanaugh
Mr. Chairman.
to serve as Associate Justice.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to be
Supreme Court
recognized
of the
for a
United
question
States.
before we proceed.
Regular order,
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to be recognized to ask a question before we proceed. The committee received just last night, less than 15 hours ago, 42,000 pages of documents that we have not had an opportunity to review or read or analyze.
You're out of order. I'll proceed.
We cannot possibly move forward, Mr. Chairman,
I
with this
extend a
hearing.
very warm
We
welcome
have not
to
been
Judge
given an
Kavanaugh,
opportunity to have a meaningful
his wife,
hearing on
Ashley.
this nominee.
their 2 daughters,
Mr. Chairman,
their
I
extended
agree with my
family and
colleague,
friends,
Senator Harris. Mr. Chairman,
Judge
we
Kavanaugh's
received
many law
42,000
clerks,
documents that we haven't
and
been
everyone
able
else
to
joining us
review last
today.
night, and we believe this hearing
I
should be
know this is an
postponed.
exciting day for all of you here.
Amid bellowing from disruptors such as Linda Sarsour, the hearing eventually got underway. Confirmation hearings are a lot like one long job interview. The committee goes over the candidate's job history, and Kavanaugh has an extensive archive of work. This is what Senate Democrats are balking at. They're saying they do not have every scrap of paper relating to Brett Kavanaugh. But here's the thing. The amount of documentation the committee has received eclipses all of the executive branch material provided for the last 5 confirmed nominees combined. Today was a great example in providing a peek underneath the Democrat veneer. POTUS even made note of this via Twitter. And that's the thing, folks. At today's hearing, there was a whole lot of obstruction, hostility, and spite exhibited by the left. The hope is, at some point, folks will say they've had enough and simply walk away. 2. Silence. That's what Pope Francis's answer is to the recent uncovering of rampant sexual abuse of children within the Catholic Church. Last month, in a letter to the Pope, Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano accused Francis of knowing about misconduct. According to LifeSite News, the reason why Cardinal Wuerl is in Rome is because Pope Francis brought him there to shield him from arrest. Furthermore, the Pope recently pushed out a Vatican cardinal and dismissed 3 priests because of their loyalty to follow church teachings regarding abusive clergy. Basically, according to church law, the offending clergy would be, quote, suspensione a dividis, which prohibits deacons, bishops, or priests from administering sacraments like baptism, communion, mass, etc. When questioned after jettisoning the 4 Vatican clergy members for wanting to follow the canon, Pope Francis stated, quote, I am the Pope. I do not need to give any reason for any of my decisions. Additionally, in a homily on Monday, Pope Francis called for silence and prayers. Possibly a good question to ask Pope Francis would be, what about the silence victims have had to endure after the years of abuse?
3. For those of you who've missed the firestorm, Nike has tapped Colin Kaepernick for its 30th anniversary Just Do It campaign. The former 49ers quarterback is no stranger to controversy as he stood out as one of the leaders of the pack, kneeling during the national anthem before NFL games. Currently, he's suing the league for discrimination after losing his starting position, which clearly had nothing to do with his on-field talent and sarcasm, but I'll save that for a different forum. However, I'll include some links below for your own comparison. Back to Nike. The campaign features Cap with the infamous Just Do It tagline and the slogan, Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything. The newly announced virtue signaling marketing has garnered much flack from those who are recalling Pat Tillman, former NFL player who left to serve this country and died in Afghanistan, to those burning their Nikes with some entertaining and sometimes stupid panache. Finally, the brand lost some $4 billion in stock sell-offs and the like amidst calls for boycotts. See the links below for more information.
4. During the 2018 summit of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation in Beijing, China announced it will invest $60 billion into Africa. China has been steadily investing within the country over decades. One noteworthy item regarding this alliance, there is concern that China could be manipulating the situation, driving Africa further into debt. Since 2000, African debt to China has grown, totaling in the billions. To help curb debt, African nations rely on the exportation of raw materials. The continent is rich with a whole host of natural resources, including coal, oil, timber, diamonds, copper, aluminum, lithium, and gold. While China has denied being an economic predator, the country will invest in improving infrastructure, namely Chinese President Xi's Belt and Road Initiative. We've barely scratched the surface here, folks. There's a lot of pieces to this story. We'll include the links below. 5. Classes have started and school is back in session. And while parents are thankful their children are returning, a lot of teachers are worrying about having enough school supplies for their students, with many of them paying for school supplies out of their own pockets. Teachers in Pendleton County School District in Northern Kentucky just received an anonymous gift to help with that. A woman is donating $100 to all 143 teachers in the district as a thank you. The anonymous donor said she wanted to do something positive for teachers and to let them know that their hard work does not go unnoticed, and that folks, quote, have their back and support them in what they do every day for students. And that's the 5 of 5. Be sure to further your own research by following the links in the description. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And hit that notification button. Thanks for watching.